Why does the maths book look so sad? Because of all of its problems. Question 8. Tricky one this. 4-mark question. We'll break it down. I'll give you a model answer for this one. Study the photograph showing soft engineering. Well, where's the photograph? Oh, there it is. Okie dokie. We've got a digger picking up some sand. It looks like it's moving the sand around the beach. Okie dokie. With the help of the photograph, which means use it. Explain, classic command word here for coasts, which means give reasons why. The so what rule. How soft engineering, which means working with natural processes, it's the opposite of hard engineering, something we'll talk about in a later video, is used to protect coastlines. Okay, very importantly, you have to specifically link to protecting coastlines here. I don't want any of the other benefits. I need it to be linking to protecting coastlines, protecting the area where the land meets the sea from the effects or impacts of physical processes. Okay, physical process is an important word to just look at here. Our physical processes are weathering, mass movement, erosion, transport, deposition, and flooding. The likelihood here is that you're going to link your points to erosion, because that's the physical process that most often impacts the coastline. It literally wears it away. So what we need to look at is consider how this image slows down erosion. Now don't get me wrong, you could absolutely do it for transport if you want to talk about longshore drift, but it's most likely to be erosion. This is a 4-mark question. A 4-mark question, you need to give 2 arguments, 2 points with some so whats for each of them, and you don't technically need to use a case study. In this case you do need to use a figure because the exam board has actually told you so. You need to use the photo, but you don't necessarily need to use a case study, but you by all means do. I mean, you're not going to lose any marks. We're talking about Par Beach here or Carlisle Bay, so don't feel, oh well, it's a 4-marker, I better not. No, absolutely throw it in because it will just evidence your point to make them easier to understand. So then let's have a little look at this model answer written here. Beach nourishment in the figure, because that is what it's actually showing, and at Carlisle Bay adds more sand to a beach. This increases the friction on the waves, meaning they are more likely to crash on the beach rather than an area of value like a hotel behind it, reducing erosion such as abrasion. So remember I said earlier we've got a link specifically to protecting the coastline. There is my link. We're literally saying erosion such as abrasion. Okay. Friction on the waves, this is quite an important explanation as well. If you're thinking about your over to you time, apologies, actually been purple, not yellow. If you're thinking about what's the best thing I could do for my over to you time, it would absolutely be getting down that friction explanation. Now, the second strategy I've looked at here, you might notice isn't in the photo. And the reason for that is the question is said with the help of the photograph, is not said explicitly only using the photograph, so you can use things that aren't in the photograph too. So I've said there, another soft engineering strategy is sand dune management. The planting of marram grass, which has been done at Par Beach, binds the sand together, meaning less will be washed away or transported by the sea after erosion such as hydraulic action. So there you go, there's my link back to the question again. I've got a specific physical process being mentioned, okay, and I've linked it directly to how the coastline is being protected. I've also added in this also actually protect the ecosystem because again that's on the coastline, but really you probably don't need that final sentence. So there you go, 4-marker, the over to you, best thing you can do is get that friction explanation down. And then if you wanted to, if I give you another soft engineering, which is beach realignment, which is where you re-angle the sand, you could try and write your own for that, bring it down to H7, I'm happy to have a look at it.